Close your eyes if you feel to and let this sink in. I love you. I know what you're going through. You don't have to try. I'm right here by your side. I know that you don't care. Give to me all your cares. You don't have to be in fear, be anxious, sad, or in despair, 'cause I love you. I love you. I love you. I know that you don't know how much I love you so. This dream you dream is not the truth. I've come here to awaken you. Wake up, my child, the time has come. You to know that we are one. You can relax your mind. Put your hand right into mine, 'cause I love you. I love you. I love you. I wish you could hear my voice and know that you have a choice. I have always had your heart. I've carried you right from the start, 'cause I love you. I love you. I love you. Come dance with me in the sun. Remember love and have some fun. Your holiness awaits you. Give up the lies and know the truth. Your heart is big, your mind is strong. Heaven is where you belong. The doubts and all the fears, God's love is waiting here. And I love you. I love you. I love you. Yes, I love you. I love you. I love you.
A heart, we're just forgiving ourselves. Things that have been difficult to deal with keep coming back at us until we start to realize that the people in our lives were just acting out our beliefs. So if we seem to be victimized or mistreated, or we didn't get the treatment that we felt we deserved, they were simply acting out our unconscious guilt. Everything that we have repressed and denied. They were doing a great job of it too. Academy Awards go to your mom and dad for those performances. But the fact is, we weren't remembering them as they truly are. We were just remembering the past grievances that we've kept in our mind, and they acted them out. We are never actually upset by behavior. We are upset by our interpretation of behavior. And we are always responding emotionally to our interpretations. We just perceive what we still have unresolved within our own consciousness, or what we still have a grievance on. So people in our lives are actually doing us a favor. The ones we think are the biggest jerks and the most insensitive people are helping us go past our repression and denial mechanisms. They're acting it out right in front of us so we can allow all of our emotions into awareness. Once they are up in awareness, we can give them over to the Holy Spirit and have a miraculous experience. Even just thinking of your mom or dad, or whoever it is that you have a grievance with, activates the memories and the emotions. Working this through is part of the clearing, even if they're not physically in your life. When we dream of them and we think of them, we can process what they bring up for us. It's part of the healing. We may not always be aware that whenever we hold a grievance, we are actually holding it against ourselves. This is because projection makes us see outside what we don't want to see within our own minds and hearts, because we're afraid that what we're projecting is actually true about ourselves. This is why when we forgive, we are really releasing our own soul, our own self. It takes a lot of energy to hold on to a grievance, energy that could be used for loving instead. If we devote our lives to loving, then the fear and misperceptions of the ego don't have a chance to grow. If we keep our garden weeded, clear and clean, then we have a space for the fruits. And there are plenty of fruits. Give beliefs over to the Holy Spirit. Forgiveness is about really seeing what is in our mind and then releasing it. This is our inner work. You can actually say to the Holy Spirit, I have a crazy life, would you please fix it? Instead, you bring everything that you believe about your life and this world, about time and space, back to the Holy Spirit. And when you really do this completely, your issues will disappear. So in true forgiveness, you go into it with the Holy Spirit to shine the darkness away, and you are brought back to the experience of this present moment. Bring that darkness to the light. Bring all of your crazy beliefs to the light, and you will see they were just in your imagination. They were just dark dragons, crazy little ideas you buried and kept hidden. It was just another trick of the ego. It was never real. Forgiveness is a moment of choosing to be happy instead of being right. Forgiveness is an opportunity to decide for reality anew. It is the moment when you decide for your true self, rather than for an image of yourself. Forgiveness is to go inward beneath attacked thoughts and come into the innocence of who you are, to your divinity. Forgiveness quietly does nothing. It waits, watches, and it doesn't judge. It's just a serene, profound, still state of mind. When forgiveness is our function, we are inherently happy. Forgiveness is our key to happiness. Imagine you're growing up with your parents and they say, what are you going to be when you grow up? And against all expectations you say, happy, happy, I want to be happy. This isn't temporary happiness associated with specific outcomes. It's not, I'm happy because I got a raise, found my soulmate, or won the lottery. It's not a temporary kind of happiness. So the forgiveness practice leads to a very joyful experience because there is no agenda with anything. We can describe the unhappy dream as the misperception. And then the happy, forgiven dream is the touchstone, the closest thing to heaven on earth. It's a transformation in mind and in consciousness. It's so close to heaven that your feet no longer touch the ground, so to speak. You're just carried and lifted.